And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Arizona Cardinals and the New York Giants. This is fielded at the goal line. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Well, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. What that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. Lets it fly for Thielen. He's got a man. Complete. A very solid gain of 27.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there. Yeah,
I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
They'll set up to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Mario Edwards in there to sack him, and that is 10 for him now on the year. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he's going to get this inside the 30. First time they've hooked up here. Good for 17 and a 1st down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker. Can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Mario Edwards in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Touchdown, Cardinals. Adam Thielen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have taken the early lead.
The losing streak had taken on a life of its own, and I think it infiltrates a team when you're on that much of a slide. But this group has managed to focus, come out early, and put a touchdown on the board. They look like they mean business in this one.
They do. Now the key, holding on to that attitude, because, man, that streak has been a struggle for them. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. Space to maneuver at the 40. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for. Is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay. I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
You know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
Looking downfield for Jones. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down.
But one thing's for sure, when you get a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This will be 3rd and 6. He'll drop to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Hodges. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a 1st down. On 1st down, Murray. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Hodges. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. The Cardinals on 3rd down. A perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. They're going to look to throw. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Toward the sideline, and And look at that catch, dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And that one good for 16, and the drive will continue. The Cardinals into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 15. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. Adam Thielen with his 2nd touchdown of this opening quarter. And the Cardinals are in for 6. Gostkowski with the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. Gostkowski now out to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now out come the Giants. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, got the whole month of December still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and it's the Giants with a football here as we begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. First down carry for Barkley. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Detroit! Detroit!
They'll drop the throw. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield, but when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that and have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive the team towards a victory.
A handoff to Barkley. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game. And the Giants are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Here's Murray now as they run it to start the drive. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Flush to his right. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. The Cardinals on third down. No problems to this point. A perfect 5 for 5. This is 3rd and 7. Looking to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's a give to Barkley. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give the tackle to Hassan Reddick.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
On second down, here's Barkley. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants have broken our tie as they take the lead. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is now 21-14. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Well, he's been the guy already over 100 yards here in the first half. Could have had a lot more if he would have been able to haul that one in.
Yeah, in fact, our statistician Marvin was already handing me a piece of paper with that yardage totaled on it. He thought that catch was going to happen just as you and I did as well.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. His throw incomplete.
It is tough to complete pass against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. The Cardinals on third down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 10.
Let's go!
They'll look to throw here. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Dalvin Tomlinson in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Now it's Peterson. Able to avoid him at the 40. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Giants will begin this drive in good shape. 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Oh, look at the juke. And now running right through it. Oh, and now he bowls him over. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Partner, how he managed to get positive yardage out of that run, I have no idea. But a little juking, a little moving, got it done.
Got him 2 yards. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete. The Pro Bowler Odell Beckham, the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
I'm laughing to myself because I could just hear in film session. But, Coach, I was throwing it to Odell Beckham Jr. Of course I thought he was open.
They'd love to go deep downfield to him, though. Such a threat.
Yeah, a rare incompletion because most of the time we expect him to actually come up with the catch.
Lucky 56.
Now back to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Evan Ingram, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Giants are able to grow their lead. And he knocks it through. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Cardinals offense now works their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And now following that sack, looks like we've got an injured man down there on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Now it's the backup Prescott. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now let's go. 3-19.
Now Saquon Barkley powers through. Got some real estate inside the 30. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Giants add on to their lead. Extra point good by Prater. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Here we go. 47, 47. 26.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So they took a shot on first down but couldn't connect.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage.
26.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. He'll buy some. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Alex Ogletree. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. That pick six extending this lead even further. And boy, it's been a while since I've seen a team struggle this badly in the first half.
I think all they want to do is get to the locker room, try and regroup, and come out to start the third quarter. But if things don't improve fast then, I think the backups get a lot of play in the second half.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And they just had that pick six. I guess the only positive maybe of them returning that for a touchdown. This offense right back out onto the field to try to make up for it.
I like that because now it doesn't give them a chance to go to the bench and really settle. You know, to sit there and kind of seethe over the idea that they turned the ball over previously. Right back out there. It's almost like hopping right back on the bike after falling over. See if they can get the ball moving again.
And a big loss here as he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is second and long. Looking to throw. Prescott. And his throw's going to be incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Cardinals on third down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be third and forever. Prescott off play action. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. He violated a big-time no-no in throwing that pick. Rolling right, throwing across his body.
And you know that your dad taught you that in the backyard when you were a tyke.
Yep.
Don't do it. The problem, every now and then you get away with it. This time, not the case.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Take this one down near the 15. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Leopard! Leopard! Oh, yeah! Here we go. 50.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. But he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Now we've got a Giant player here slow to get up after that last play. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. Here's a carry now for Keith Marshall. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
3 down. Kill.
They get it to him running left. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 3rd and goal. 2 straight shots on the ground. Now on 3rd, do you go to the air?
I think the possibility exists, and if you're doing it, you're probably going play action since you ran it twice. But I often think that 2nd down is the time you go play action and throw the ball. I say commit to the run and think about it being 4-down territory.
Gun!
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. For the moment, it's a touchdown, but multiple flags down, so let's sort this out. So on is Matt Prater now to try a field goal here. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they're sitting pretty now as the lead grows even further. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26.
Under. 26.
Prescott now on 2nd down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on. 3rd down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance. That can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe you want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
47.
A first down throw for Prescott. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Here we go, 46. Here we go, 46. 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. And here's Marshall. And he'll find a little space. He gets us up near the 10. So we've reached halftime here at MetLife Stadium with the Giants out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This fielded at the 2. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
Watch it now, Barney. Detroit.
Now a play fake here on first down. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43.
Gun!
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Going for the deep ball. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he's going to get this deep onto Arizona's side of the field.
There's a completion to the tight end, and I think that we're looking at something out of central casting, frankly.
Absolutely.
I mean,
size, the hands.
Speed. I mean, can flat out run. You put that whole package together, you light up the eyes of an offensive coordinator, don't you?
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. Keith Marshall, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants just continue to pour it on. And his kick is good. Here's Bosher to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinals offense now ready to get their first opportunity here in the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve.
I'd say it's pretty good strategy. If you throw interceptions on back-to-back drives, let's see if the running backs can handle the ball a little bit, get things going. And also, you motivate your offensive line. I think they're in the mood to fire out and hit someone.
I thought the defense, though, might be a little more prepared for that run. Pretty good gain on the ground. A second down throw for Prescott. Going up top. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. The Cardinals on 3rd down. 6 conversions in 9 tries. They've done a great job of picking these up. Here it's 3rd and 3. Over the middle, complete. That's Rowe. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Then we're going to 53.
On 1st and 10, Prescott lets it fly for Thielen. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at its 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Prescott to throw it. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. The Cardinals on 3rd down. They've been really good, converting 7 of their 10 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll throw again. Prescott. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Here comes the Cardinals punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. On the return is Peterson. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. New York set to take the field. And last time out, another touchdown. And I think there may be some empty seats around here by the time the 4th quarter comes around.
Yeah, I have to agree with you because this one's just about decided. But you know who benefits from all those empty seats? Who? You and me, trying to get to the airport.
That's
the road
true.
to be fairly clear
that is
by the time we have to leave the booth.
Now Marshall. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Flushed out right. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He turned that into a nice gain. Gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On third down, it's Marshall. And some room to roam now. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Detroit! Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Airing it out for Hearns. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain of 39 that time. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll run to Marshall. They stopped after only a yard, taking it down to the 14.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
They stay on the ground. This is Marshall again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves him with 3rd and 5.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Watch him now, Barney, Barney. Detroit, Detroit.
They'll set up a throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points. Able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Play fake. Here's Prescott. Sliding out of the pocket. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. The Cardinals on 3rd down. Well, they've converted 7 times and could use another right now. This is 3rd and 4. Prescott down. And now here is another interception. Picked off at about the 31. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll look to throw. Going underneath for Charles. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. Call it a gain of 5. And they're going to face a 3rd down. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. The Giants on 3rd down. They've been good. 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to throw here. This is caught by Hearns. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll find Thielen work in the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. They'll drop to throw. Being chased out left. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Eric Reed. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line. He has been interception-prone here in his rookie season. How patient can they be with him?
That is the key question, isn't it? A lot of it depends on the head coach, what type of defense you have, and just a general understanding of the makeup of him. But the bottom line is you posed a great question. Are they at the stage where they've run out of patience and now they get to demand production? Or do you continue to stay with him this way?
And he'll get this up only to about the 33. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say.
And now the ball's out, fumble near midfield. And this is recovered by the Cardinals. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Oh, and after the sack, he's still down on the field. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17.
Then we're going to 53. 4 down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he'll get it down here to the 43. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to 3rd down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. 47. 26.
Prescott on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Logan. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. It'll be a 3-yard gain, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Here we go. 47. 26.
And again, it's Prescott. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Bryce Callahan. Past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6, obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
Eluding the pressure right. On the run, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Landon Collins. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used a calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot.
And he's into the clear. The 40, 30, 10. A big play there for the Giants. 71 yards.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. Time for a break. This one, all over but the shouting. We'll finish it after this. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 4 on the carry there at 2nd and goal.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
You want two.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
He's going to get it running right. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of 4. Now third down. Well, they've been so good on third down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? This is Marshall. And he loses the football a second time. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
Pardon me, you know how often we hear about the red zone, right? From the 20-yard line going in, that scoring zone, getting points on the board. A lot of teams call from the 10-yard line in the green zone. That's your money zone. He fumbles the ball inside the money zone. You have one job, take care of the ball. That didn't happen.
Prescott now after the fumble recovery. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Oh, Patrick Peterson, the shutdown corner, was there on the coverage.
Well, he leads the NFL in interceptions and nearly added to that total.
Got his hand on it, couldn't quite corral it. It's been a Pro Bowl-type season for him, and the term ball hawk really comes into play, doesn't it?
Yeah, I like that one a lot because teams want to avoid that type of a player.
It got his man complete. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. First down, Prescott. Throw left side complete. It's Rowe. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Now Prescott. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now we'll get whistles, and they've signaled for a timeout. Not sure I see the logic in this, but we'll get a stoppage anyway with 5 seconds remaining. Throwing, Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And now here is another interception. Picked off by who else? The former Cardinal, Patrick Peterson. And that will write a finish to this ball game. But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win.